afternoon, good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everyone, and welcome to our meeting. Today we have a meeting and we have two speakers with different speeches. Canon is going to give a speech to complete his DTM project, and I will be doing a sort of impromptu speech, but with some preparation, so it counts as a prepared speech. We have also today a guest, Abby, who's joining us from Canada, and it's 5 in the morning, and she is up and running and join us today. And I would like to welcome Abby to our meeting, and I also would like to give a word to Abby to tell about herself just shortly. Abby, please take the floor.
Okay, hi everyone. I love being here this morning. I'm glad to meet every one of us online. And Abisola, my full name is Abisola. People call me Abi. I'm originally from Nigeria, but I'm resident in Canada, Calgary, Canada. Yeah, I work as an accountant, and I know that I really need to improve my speaking skills, and I've always had the intention of joining Toastmasters for a while, and so I took the leap today, and I believe that I would learn a lot and improve my speaking skills. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for joining us today. We're a group of people who joined from different countries, and also so many of us moved around the world. So it's a great group to be in, and also it's a great club to start your Toastmaster journey. I joined Bodies in 2020. And for a while I was back and forth, but then I also one day I decided, like, no, I have to do it more professionally and more regularly. So welcome to Bodies, and we hope see you as our member very soon. Thank you. We have some time, and I would like to ask our members to tell a little bit about how's it going, how the 2025 treats you. And I will start with Bruce.
Thank you very much for asking. I think for me, busy is the big word for me this year. At least, from joining, from the time that I joined a new company, I've been working. Even during Spring Festival, I worked 7 days out of 8. So today is a busy year, I guess, for me. Back to you, Valerie.
Oh my, thank you for sharing, Bruce. I hope you will find some days to rest, because rest is really important. Amy, how's your 2025 going?
You mean me, Valerie?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes, actually, compared with Bruce, I think I had a very relaxed New Year, because in this week we just had 4 days work day after the Spring Festival holiday. I spent 8 days holiday. But I did go anywhere, just stay in home for some family gathering. So I think it's a very relaxed Spring Festival holiday. Back to you, Valerie.
Thank you. Well done. It's a great time to be with family, and that time we will never get back if we miss it. So that's great. Well done. Canon, how is your 2025 going?
Before telling 2025, I just want to recollect how 2024 was. And I lost most of my hair in 2024 because of so many problems. And I hope in 2025, I will keep whatever is there. still. Okay. So far in this 1 month, I am not having any problem, but I do not know how it goes. It's only January, only 1 month have passed, but hope is there always that the 2025 will become the best, one of the best year. Thank you.
Thank you, Kannan. I really wish you that this year will be much better than the previous one. Juana,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start like Kenan in terms of 2024 was an amazing year full of transformation. I work a lot on myself professionally and also personally. But when you do that, you start elevating and pushing a lot of changes in your life unconsciously. So at the end of the year, beginning 2025, things change in my life. So personally, my love relationship for 3 years ended up. So my word of the 2025, right now 25 is resilient, because I had to start, this transformation. I was in Mexico for the end of the year. Then I arrived in the US with the welcome of the fires here in Los Angeles. So that was another resilient time for me. And but it's okay. I think I can tell you I have some health challenges as well, but now I'm good. I'm okay. And I think it's part of transforming yourself. I needed to get away from the relationship that I have. I'm evolving more in my work right now. Healthy wise, I'm better because I recognize the things that I needed to change. So I can tell you that even though it felt a little bumpy at the beginning, now I'm on track and I know exactly what I need to do to continue a very successful year. So I'm happy, I'm excited and positive. So thank you. Back to you.
oh, thank you, Juana. Thank you for sharing. It's like it's too much for one person. You're doing a really great job holding all these things together. We really wish you. I wish you strong health and energy to go through that. Thank you for being with us despite all those challenges. Harry, I will ask you, but if you feel like your throat is not performing well, okay, please.
Really, each and every year, we used to take at the beginning of first quarter, we used to take some resolutions on that. I want to become a good speaker, as a public speaker. So in that case, I got a gift, I can say. I joined Buddy's Toastmaster and I'm on track. So that's what I want to express this amazing time. And that things happened within 1.5 months. So I want to continue with the Buddy's Toastmaster Club with successfully, and I want to make a strong enough time to spend and improve my communication and leadership skills with Buddy's Toastmaster Club. And I got many worldwide friends to help me a lot. This is a great opportunity I got, which I feel, and this is, I felt it's God's gift. That's what. Back to Toastmaster, Mr. Valerie.
Oh, well done, Harry. It's a great way of doing things. Just do it. It's never right time. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for joining Buddies. Myself, what can I say about this year start? I hoped that all this kind of things. I'm talking about work. Let's put it this way. I hope all these tasks and things I left in 2024, but as soon as I got back and opened my mailbox, all tasks and things started to pop up again, which is good. But we have a lot of things to catch up on. So let's just do it. And with that, I would like to ask our Toastmaster of the day, who is our Sergeant at Arms, Amy, to take over and kick off the meeting. Amy, please take the floor.
Okay, thank you, Valerie, for the warmly opening start. Yeah, it's just the start of our meeting and the start of the new year. So I think everything is new. So I actually, for this role, I am the TME, the Toastmaster of this evening. So let me just introduce the agenda for our meeting, because I think we have our distinguished guest, Abby. I will share my screen for the agenda, and will know the whole meeting. Okay, so can you see my screen, everyone?
Not yet. Now.
Not yet. Is that okay now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so for our meeting, we will have three main parts. The first one part is our facilitator's introduction, and the second part is a prepared speech. Today we will have two prepared speakers. One is from our DTM members, member Kanai, and one is from our president, Valerie. And then we have the table topic part. Actually, every time I say table topic part is my favorite part because everyone can participate in this part, and it's the impromptu topic. It's very fantastic. It's fantastic for this part. And then we will have evaluation session. This is also typical part for Toastmaster meeting, because in this part, everyone can get immediate feedback from this meeting. I think this is very helpful for your improving day by day by this part. You will know how to improve in next part. And then we will close the meeting. Okay, so this is the whole structure, whole agenda for today's meeting. But for today's meeting, we will also have a theme, a topic. We will talk about the world food cultures. So in past meetings, I mentioned I would like to have a series of this topic about the world cultures. Last time when I was TME, the topic is about traditional festivals. But today, I choose topic food. We would like to talk about the food, the major food from the world. So let me just have a kickoff for this topic. I prepared a kickoff slide for the classical Chinese food, dumpling. You know, in last week, it's Chinese New Year, and dumpling is our major food. So that's why I would like to talk about, I choose this food, dumpling. Okay, so from this page, you can see why I choose the dumpling as our classical Chinese food. Actually, this is not just for some restaurant food. It is a house-making food. Every home in China can make dumpling. Most of China home can make dumpling, and we eat dumpling on most of festivals. Like it's not just in Spring Festival. We eat it in Winter Arriving Festival, Summer Arriving Festival, and even in some other festivals. And not only on festivals, we eat dumpling. Actually, we also eat dumpling in some special days. For example, if we will go to have a travel, we usually eat before we travel we eat dumplings, and if kids will start the school, we also eat dumplings. And not no matter North China, South China, or East or West, we all eat dumplings in China. It's very, very popular in China. And in this page, actually, I put some pictures how to make dumplings. I summarized the 5 steps to make dumplings. So firstly, you need dumpling fillings. This is meat, this is vegetables, this is some clothing, and you can mixed all this stuff into like this one. It's different type of dumpling fillings, and you need a dumpling wrapper. Then you put the dumpling filling into the wrapper and the wrapping, and then you make the dumplings. The dumplings was boiled to make it can eat. But I would like to warn that this is not easy. So please do not make dumpling by yourself if you have no experience. Okay, but if you have some friends from China, you can taste this dumplings, very delicious. Okay, so after the kickoff, just let's go back to our agenda. Let's just go into the facilitate introduction. Firstly, let me invite our timer, Valerie, to have the timing role introduction. Valerie?
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. Today I will be serving as a timer, and in my role I will be a time speeches, prepared speeches, evaluations, and table topics. The reason for that, we have a non-renewable resource in the world is time, and we have to be cautious about this resource. So try to stay within limited time. It's a good exercise for your future speeches, your performance, and that's what you will be doing on the stage later. And the rules are simple. For prepared speeches, we will have from 5 to 7 minutes. When the speaker reaches 5 minutes, they will get green light on the mic background. On the 6 minutes, it's going to be yellow, and the 7 minutes, it's going to be red. And then you have 30 seconds to wrap up. For evaluation, the time is up to 3 minutes. So at 2, you will get green, 2.5 yellow, and 3 red. For table topics, we have 1 to 2 minutes. 1 is green, 1.5 yellow, and 2 red. And then you have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. With that, let's focus on be on time. And with that, back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Amy.
Okay, thank you, Valerie, for the detailed introduction. Please just pay attention to Valerie's image. Put it in the front of your screen.
And you
Okay.
can also, I'm sorry to interrupt you, I missed that part. You can pin my image in your board, so I will be on top of your screen, so you will see when the time changes. Sorry for interrupting, back to you.
Yeah, I have fixed your video, on the screen. Okay, so next facilitator, let me invite our grammarian, Bruce, to have an introduction.
Thank you very much,
Hello, hi, Bruce.
Madam Toastmaster. Can you hear me? Okay,
Yes.
great. Thank you very much. And today I will be the grammarian, and I have mainly 3 duties. The first one is to report or to announce of the word of the day. Since today our theme is the world culture, and I chose a word for diversity. It means the condition of having or being composed of different elements, variety especially, the inclusion of people of different races, cultures, etc., in a group or organization. One example can be programs intended to promote diversity in schools. I will put it in the chat. Other than that, I have another responsibility is to listen carefully to every one of you when you speak. I will try to note down all the good phrases or good expressions in your speech. And at the end of the meeting, I will just read it out so that we can all learn. Or if you make some mistakes in your grammar or some collocations, then I will also try to note down and to tell you that how you can just make it right. Other than that, I think I have my last responsibility to for this role is to try to note down the filler words in your speech, such as you know. But of course, I will just try to get as much as I can. I believe that is all the responsibilities for me. So enjoy your time, but when you speak, be conscious about some filler words or mistakes in your speaking. Back to you, Amy.
Thank you, Bruce. So everyone, please just remember word of today, diversity, and just to use it as well as you can. Okay, so let's just go to the next part. Is our prepared speech. Today we have 2 prepared speakers. The first one is from Kenai. Just in the beginning of Kenai's speech, just let me invite Kenai's evaluator, Bruce, to have an introduction for Kenai's speech.
Thank you again, Madam Toastmaster. And Kenan today will deliver a speech about some of his experience of finding new members for our club. And his speech title is Finding New Members for Your Club. As you may know that Kenan has been in Toastmasters for many, many years, and he has helped many, many Toastmasters become great leader and great speakers. And I was one of the lucky ones. And I've learned a lot from Kenan. And I think, let's hear the speech from Kenan and let's learn together. Welcome, Kenan.
Thank you, Mr. Evaluator, Madam Toastmaster, and fellow Toastmasters. In a diverse club like Buddies, where we have members from all over the world, the main question remains how to attract more members. It is going to be a challenge because people think that, hey, what we can do to attract more members. This is a main problem for many clubs. It is not only for our clubs. Many in-person clubs, many online clubs are having the same challenge. I have helped some of the clubs, and I want to share my experience. And I also want to make sure that how we can help buddies to become one of the great clubs. This is a presentation that I provided for Phoenix Toastmaster, but this is applicable for all the clubs. I'm going to share it, how we can do for buddies. Like any club, my vision for Phoenix was to make this club to become a president distinguished by June 2024. This was the project. We worked for 6 months for Phoenix, and we achieved it. You will not believe. We worked very hard. We achieved it. Why we did not do for buddies? Because buddies is in the able hands of Valerie and other officers. So I didn't have to do much, but I'm going to tell you how we can do that. First of all, one thing I want to tell you, bringing members is not the VP membership job. It is not the president job. It is every member's job. It is every member needs to make sure that we need to help the club to become members. So there are some ways we can add members to this. I'm going to discuss some of the strategies that we can do. First strategy, I told Valerie that I will do that. We can invite great speakers like international past international president or international directors, so that they can come and share their experience in our club. That is what I'm working on, to bring Richard Peck for our club, the buddies. I also promised Valerie for that. And we should have a Facebook. We had a Facebook. I am not sure whether it is active or not at this point of time. I know that during couple of years back, we had a Facebook and we used to put all those happening in the Facebook. I do not know. Maybe it is working still, but I'm not seeing that. That needs to be activated again. Are we recording our meeting? Yes, we are recording our meeting, and we are also sharing. We need to use that on a regular basis and make sure that people, especially new members like Abhi, Hari, and all, can go and check how the club is performing, so that they know, oh, this is a great club. We don't have to tell the new guest that, hey, it is a great club. They can go and check, yes, what Kannan said is right, what Bruce said is right. This is a great club. I want to get involved in that. That motivation will come if the recording is there. There are other social media also. I believe there is Instagram. There are people who are sending, hey, today we are meeting. Buddies is meeting today at 8 o'clock Eastern, whatever is the time, UTC, I do not know. I'm saying 8 a.m. Eastern. That goes the Instagram to all the followers so that they know there is a club meeting today, so they come and attend. See, buddies, there is no problem because every week we are meeting. So it will become a regular practice. Some club meet on first and third week. So members tend to forget whether it is the first week or third week, because some week we do not have meetings. So they get confused. So having Instagram used is very good. And we need to make sure that we have to have that club contest. I have been telling this is required. This is also, there is a video contest by the International Toastmasters. I think in Bruce period, we had it. We used to participate. That is very important because that is providing an opportunity for other speakers to come and participate. And you are not doing anything, it is going and you are automatically winning. There is a separate category for the online clubs. We need to use that. We need to use that and make sure that we are going to use that. Another thing is a meetup. This is provided by district. I'm not sure whether we can use that, but we can try that. I can get the thing from the TI. I'm working on that also. So if we get the meetup, that is also free. We can share. That is another media where we tell that club that, hey, we are having today's meeting, so that we can attract more members. Now, I am worried. One more thing I want to share it here. every day morning, all the officers and members, 1 minute, need to go to the district site. This is a distinguished report. I am making it here. Can you see that? We need to have 4 goals met we need to meet president distribution is 8. What needs to be there? We need to have a plan of action. I am shocked to see that 3 officers did not attend the training session. This is the responsibility of all the officers. They need to attend the training. This is very important. Every day morning, we need to have this 30 seconds. This takes 30 seconds to look at it. I always look at all my clubs. See, this is required. This is action. This is immediately needs to happen. I know for sure that we will have 1 more member by the time. So this will be met. So that we have 5, 6, which is an option. And I'm also going to give you a level 3. So it will become 7. I want to make sure that we become a president distinguished. We need to have a plan to make this club president distinguished. And we need to act on that. So fellow members and officers, check this again and again. Make sure that we have plan of action so that we can make this club one of the best club. And this is dearer to many members, many persons who have attended this. And I would like to leave this with an action that let us make this club great again. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Kanai, for these practical speeches for our attracting new members. We know currently it's just the time, it's just the city for our Toastmaster member renewing. So I think Kanai is not just let us know what is opportunities for attracting members, and will also give us actions to make it reality. So let's just work on it for I think our all officers will work on it. Okay, our next speaker is our president, Mr. Valerie. There is no specific evaluator for Valerie's speech. We will have a rotating evaluation for Valerie's speech. But I will just invite Valerie to have a speech.
Thank you, Amy. And today I'm gonna give a speech about, I call it procrastination. And this is more about it's not gonna be a presentation, it's not gonna be a speech as you might expect, because here I want to discuss and with you resonate about different issues, why we are not doing something that we should be doing. And then we start with some personal story about every week, I think about one thing. On Saturday, I think about one thing. I want to give a speech. I want to give a speech in bodies. I want to exercise my speaking skills. And for one or another reason, it happens rarely when I actually give a speech. And then when I started to check back, actually the last speech I did, it was maybe in September or something. And I was thinking about what are those reasons. And I saw like, okay, I'm maybe busy at work. You need to prepare a speech, so it's like takes time. I don't have time after work and something like that. I'm tired and everything. Then I started to think about maybe I'm afraid to fail. Maybe I will get some evaluation that will just shock me, and I realize that I'm not that good in speaking. And also, like talking for 5 to 7 minutes, sometimes it feels like it's a long time, but actually 5 to 7 minutes, it's not that long. I'm already speaking for almost 2 minutes. And at work, I give speeches for 1.5 hours. So what's the problem? Why? Why am I not able to give more speeches? And I don't know. I want to actually discuss with you, dear members, what you think about this part. And I will just ask, for example, Bruce. I believe you are also talking a lot at your work. So tell me how you feel about it. And actually, another question I would give to you: what kind of speeches you usually give? How you do it? Is it like a prepared speech that you give for a long time, or you just have a short conversation? So please.
Okay, I understand your second question is what kind of speech I give.
Yeah.
What about the
Yeah.
first one?
So what would be your reasons not to give in a speech, or
Okay.
what's...
Okay, thank you very much. I think, yeah, giving speech is also a good thing if you have time. Because for me, usually, if I have some sparkles in my mind, then I will write a speech. Other than that, I need to take a lot of time to think about what to tell. That's the thing. And if I give a speech, usually I want to think well and do well so that I can learn more from my speech. So usually, even though I don't have a speech, it doesn't matter. Just come to the meeting, enjoy other speech. I can also learn a lot. And by speaking on random questions, like in table topics, I can also learn a lot to quickly organize my thought. So just being here is a big thing for me to learn. So whether I give a speech or I don't give a speech, it doesn't matter. That's my opinion. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Bruce. And I also hear that we would like to learn, and we want to get prepared from your speech. I hear that we want to give a good speech, we want to learn. But what I also realize, we are learning every time we give a speech. And also, if I looked back on my experience with speaking, I rarely give a speech which is written and prepared word by word. I usually give a presentation where I have, let's say, freedom to talk about the topic that I really know. I know what I'm talking about, but I don't need to follow exact written words. And in the beginning, when I look back, it was really hard to give those speeches, those presentations. I had to write word by word. But then with time, I got comfortable. I got comfortable with something going wrong, something that going not according to my original plan, but I got used to handle all those things. And I was thinking, what is the reason behind it? Yeah, it's just come to conclusion that is simple. I have been doing it too many times. And I realized, yeah, there are different points that stops us, preventing us from going forward. But those stops also, those reasons, actually are stopping us from progressing in those goals we have. If we have goal to become better speaker, or if we want to be a better leader, we have other goals. And I think that something that we need to sort of rethink in our mind. There are many reasons not doing it, but there is one good reason to actually start doing small steps on the way, and those small steps later will bring us to our goal. And to give you some ideas, actually, before the meeting, I asked Copilot to give me some ideas what those small steps could be. And I got 3 for us. Let me just find those 3 here. And the first one, which I got as a suggestion, set a goal, clear goal and clear deadline. So when you have a goal, then you will be able to navigate you through all these small inconvenient issues on the way to your goal. Then break it in small tasks so you can take one piece at a time. So it's not going to be a bunch, a huge goal. It's going to be step 1, step 2, step 3, and then you can make marks. You are done there. And choose the activity that you really enjoy. Like the one I'm doing right now, I really enjoy having a conversation with you. And actually, it's what I need. I need to be better in having conversation with audience. I'm not giving a speech as a president giving like in front of 100 people. I usually have a group of 20 people at most, and I have conversation with them. But if you see all these 3 points, comes down to 1, take an action. So dear Toastmasters, dear buddies, I would like to suggest to us, just let's take small actions and not be afraid of failing. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Okay, thank you, Valerie. Actually, I think this is a very common problem for each Toastmasters. So we all don't have time, but we need to force us to do it. We need to, push us to take small actions. Yeah. Okay. So now let me just release the poll for the vote for the best speakers. Is that okay or no?
I don't need.
You
I don't
know.
want to be part.
You
I
don't
don't
want
to be
to.
part.
Okay,
I
we
went
will
over
pass.
time. I went over time.
Okay, we will pass it. So let's just go ahead to the table topic section. As I have introduced, this is amazing part in our meeting. So let me just invite today's table topic mastery, Miss Juana.
Thank you, Madame Toastmasters of the Day, Amy. Thank you so much. So welcome, everyone. We're going to be traveling around the world. I hope you enjoy this time. And I want you to relax, just breathe, just be yourself, and enjoy this diversity of questions. And we're going to be thinking about different countries. I have prepared different questions. So let's just start. I'm not going to ask you to pick and choose. I'm going to actually choose you to answer the questions, but just relax and trying to think about examples. This is more about sharing experiences in different types of food. Okay, so let's start. And I'm going to select our guest, Abby. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did, Abby. Correct.
Abby. So let me just show my first question. Can you see it? It's right there. So think about street food adventures. If you could try any street food from around the world, what would it be and why?
Okay, if I could try any street food from around the world, I will pick suya, and that's a street food from Nigeria. I haven't tried so many street foods. I've not been a traveler around the world. I've not really done much traveling, so I can't say I'm aware of several street foods. So I can only talk about the few ones that I know. And I will pick suya because it's a street food that I really enjoy. It's made from meats and seasoned with some spices, and it's really fun and delicious. That's why I'll go for suya. I love it anytime and every time I take it.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Abby, for sharing that. I know we're going to get hungry. I know that. We already started with the Emmy's introduction. But thank you, Emmy. We love this topic. Okay, so now we're going to go with Kanan. Let's see, Kanan, the next question. Okay, so let me just move my screen because it's covering my question for me. Unexpected delicacies. Some cultures eat insects, fermented foods, or other unusual dishes. Would you be open to trying one? Why or why not?
Thank you, Madam Tabletop Master and fellow Toastmasters. I am going to take the second part of the question. That is because I'm a vegetarian. I don't like to eat insects, but I like in Indian culture, we ferment food. I will tell you one thing. When I grew up, when I was a child, when I was a young boy, I would say 8 years, 9 years, we used to ferment the rice, the previous day's rice, whatever is left over in a water. They will keep it. And the next day morning, those fermented water and the what you call with the rice, we used to put curd and we used to eat. That is one of the healthiest food. Now the scientists have found out, but we used to do that. And also another delicious food I want to talk about is once again from my state, idli. It is like rice, what they do, rice and lentils, they ferment it for 8 to 10 hours and then grind it and they steam it and take it out. That food is one of the healthiest food. They even give it to the babies. Babies mean 6 months, 8 months, they give it. No problem at all. And those food, I love it anytime I take it. Any food for that matter, even street food, I love it as long as it is a vegetarian. But I don't like insect. Unfortunately, I'm not trying to do that. But any other food, definitely, I love it. I am a fan of eating always. Back to you, Madam Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Kanan. That's great. I actually have been in India and I remember eating there. I went there for work and I spent probably 3 weeks. The first week, I was eating at the cafeteria at the office that I was working at. And I enjoyed just pick everything that they were offering at the cafeteria. It was like a buffet. And after the first week, I was like, I love this food. And especially the meat that I was eating all the time. And they were like, what are you talking about? You have not been eating any meat. Everything that we're eating here is just veggies. You've been eating vegetarian the entire week. And I just love it. I couldn't even tell that it was just veggies. And it's so healthy. I haven't felt that healthy during that week, for sure. Excellent. Thank you so much. So the next person, we're going to go with Bruce. Ready?
Yes. Okay, I can try.
Okay. This is great. A meal to remember. So go back to your memories right now. Share a memorable meal you had while traveling or at international restaurant.
Thank you very much, Juana. Thinking of a meal in an international restaurant, this draws me back to maybe 10 years ago. I think that was a team building actually, because in China, I still prefer Chinese food. And also I went to some different Western restaurant, but sometimes I don't quite like the food. But one time I went with my team and also my client, and we went to a Western restaurant and we just tried the steak. And that was very delicious. I feel maybe it's not only the food, maybe the environment, because they didn't use a very bright light there. They used some candle like dim light. So you feel wow, and they played some music. They have some sliced bread there. I feel wow, it was so delicious, and I've never tried that. Okay, because before that I thought okay, Western food. Oh, they always put a lot of butters or cheese or some sweet, but that time was different. So I guess maybe in the future, if I have the chance, I will just go to other countries, not just stay in China to go to the restaurant, but go to other countries, to their restaurants to try the food. Maybe the flavor or the taste would be different. So I guess, yeah, in the future, I will try that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bruce. Yes, you had to try that. Remember, you have to experience diversity of food. Excellent. Very good. All right. So now we're going to go with our president, Valerie. Let me this will be the last one because I'm running out of time based on my timer. All right, so festive feast. Many cultures celebrate with special dishes. If you could attend any cultural food festival, which one would it be?
Thank you for this interesting question, Juana. And I have to actually give you a moment of truth about me. And the truth is, I was not given this bless to understand the different pity-nitty flavors of food, which is a pity for me. And for me, food actually divided in 3 categories. Not something that I can't eat, food, and very good food. And I had a quite bad example of being not able to distinguish different flavors of food. One day, my partner got a present to go to a really fancy restaurant where they're serving those small portions of really delicious food. And that day I was really hungry. I didn't have my lunch, so I'm coming there in the restaurant ready for food, because you remember I have 3 categories of food. And they started this ceremony of serving food slowly and small pieces. My partner was cutting small slices and enjoying this food and asking me, "Oh, did you see this flavor of this mint and everything?" I am sitting on the other side. They got this kind of appetizer. Flavor of food? Where's the food? It's not there. It's not even the food. It's just a piece of something. When's the next coming? It comes in 20 minutes. You're supposed to eat it slowly. You're supposed to enjoy it. And that the whole evening went for 1.5 hours. They were serving this delicious food that I couldn't understand with small pieces. And for me, it was a disaster. She enjoyed it a lot. And unfortunately, I couldn't actually understand the whole process. So after that, we decided, okay, we're not gonna spend more on this. We will just find something that is applicable for, or acceptable for both of us. And she will also find someone who will appreciate this sense of that. So, right, back to you. Thank you for the question. And we still have 5 minutes, so you can ask some more participants to join.
Thank you so much, Valerie. Yeah, you should try, when you're super hungry, you should try one of the buffets that we have here in the United States, because here you will not be hungry. And there's actually all these Brazilian restaurants too, where you go get a table and you have a sign where you can let them know that they can keep coming with meat. So every 5 minutes they come with meat, and then they cut the meat and they serve you. And every 5 minutes a new different type of meat comes to you. For that one, I have to prepare not like fast for 2 days, so I can actually eat a decent amount of food and not spend the money for it. So anyway, we're gonna go with Amy. Amy, next question.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. I want you to be creative here. So fusion cuisine. If you could blend 2 different cuisines to create a unique dish, which ones would you choose?
Blend 2 different cuisine to create a unique dish. Okay. So I think let me just introduce some unique dish in China. Do you know pizza? So pizza is from Italy, right? But for Italy people, they cannot imagine that we put pineapple on the pizza. We also put durian on pizza. But you cannot imagine, but actually it's very delicious. And it's not only salted, but it's also sweetened. And there is uh, some kind of flavor with fruits. So kids like it very, very much. So for pizza, it's this kind of, it could be mixed, it could be blend. And maybe you also heard about Chinese hot pot, right? But we also use durian in the hot pot. It's just like black cooking. So, but actually, if you taste it, it's very special. It's unique. It's delicious. If you have opportunity, I recommend that you can taste it. Okay, back to Juana.
Thank you, Miss Madame Toastmaster of the Day. Yes, when we have Mexican food, we always convert any type of food around the world by just adding spicy like salsa on it. We always mix it with everything. So that's how we mix Mexican food with any other type of food. Do I have another? Can I have another person? Yeah, okay. Harry, I want you to try.
Yes.
Okay, this one. So, home cook or restaurant? I want you to tell me. If you were visiting another country, would you prefer a home cook traditional meal or a fancy restaurant experience, and why?
Thank you, Toastmaster, ma'am, Toastmaster. Uh, really, I used to like home cooked only instead of restaurant, because of which I believe the home cook is always healthy compared to restaurant, because of uh, home cook is always they preferred which I like. If you go restaurant, I have to choose which is available. So here I don't have choice to prefer which I like, which is available. I have to choose the traditional meal or fancy restaurant experience. So in the traditional part of food means I used to like steamed cook, which Mr. Kannan said the same thing. Idli or some idiyappam, something like that. They used to make in steam boiled cooking. Uh, I used to avoid oily type, which is unhealthy. So I prefer always whenever I'm going to restaurant or at home. If steamed type is there means I love such kind of food which is healthy and more active on whole day. Whenever if I am going to restaurant out of countries, if it's any food related with steam cooked, I used to prefer. So at any kind of food, I used to eat. This is what I like it. Thank you, ma'am Toastmaster.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you for sharing your perspective. So thank you so much, everyone. This is it. Thank you so much for sharing your diversity of food choices. I really appreciate that. And I'm just going to send it back to our Madam Toastmasters of the Day.
Okay. Thank you, Huena, for these interesting topics for the food. And we really would like to try diversity of food all over the world. It's very interesting, yeah. Okay, so can I just release the vote for the best table topic speakers? Okay. Okay. Just take a few minutes. Okay, so when you vote the best table topic speakers, let's just go into the next part. It's evaluation session. Let me just invite our general evaluator, Mr. Kanai. Kanai, so could you please just host this part for the evaluations?
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster and fellow Toastmasters. After seeing the diversity of food, I am not in a mood to do any evaluation. I feel like that I am full. I am feeling like I am completely dozed off because my stomach is full. However, the job needs to be done, and this is the most important part of the meeting. We need to know what we have done very well and where we need improvements. In project management, the latest technology or latest management technique is agile management technique, where we need to know constantly how to improve. So we are also going to apply that principle. We want to learn where we need to improve. First, let us start with the speakers and who is going to do the evaluator. The one of the past president, one of the best evaluator, Bruce, is going to evaluate my speech. Over to you, Bruce. Come on, take it.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator Kenan. And first of all, I really want to say thank you very much for sharing so valuable information in your speech, because I found your speech was very informative and educational, and every one of us in this club or in this meeting can learn from you. And also you listed the opportunities and actions that we all can follow to boost our membership base. That is a great thing. I especially like your speech structure and how you utilize the slides. And it's easy to follow, and you have your opening, like you just talk about the finding new members and how, and you just tell the steps. And then after that, you also give a conclusion like everyone is responsible for bring new members. I like that part. And also, even though you showed your slide on the screen, but you also ingested your gestures, hand gestures, to show some information like we should have a plan. And another thing is that I like most is your passion. So far in Buddies, I think more than 6 years, each of your speech was full of passion and enthusiasm. I've never seen a speech that you feel, very downhearted or something. And that's a good thing, and it's just very motivating to everyone in the meeting. And you motivate us to move forward and be strong and just learn more. If I have to give some improvements for a speech, maybe I can say your content. Of course, I like your content in general, but how about next time if you give a speech in Buddies or in another club, just change the name, like the Phoenix Toastmaster, and also the date and time. I think that would be better to show some respect to the club members. And another part is the engagement and interaction. I feel in your speech you didn't really have the engagement with the audience. How about this? At the beginning of your speech, you can say, okay, you can just tell a story about how to bring new members, or you can just tell the members or ask the members, can anyone tell me what is the most asset to our club, right? Let them to give an answer and to get their attention. I think that will be a better way, or a better way to captivate the audience attention. But overall, I like your speech, very informative, and we all can learn from you and your speech structure and how you utilize the slides and hand gestures and your passion. But just adjust the content to the meeting to the members and add a little bit more engagement. That would be perfect. And I look forward to your next speech. Well done. Back to you, Kenneth.
Thanks. I always love Bruce evaluation. Bruce is one of the critical evaluator who can find improvements. I love that type of evaluation. Very critical. It has to be so that we can definitely improve. Thank you, Bruce. Second, Valerie has requested a round robin evaluation. I have not seen everybody has given evaluation, so I'm going to pick 2 or 3 people to provide one good thing and one improvement. So I'm going to start with our table topic master, Juana. You have heard Valerie's speech. Give one improvement, one good thing about his speech.
Thank you, Kanan. Yes, so I think one great thing that I love about his speech is that the topic and also how he just managed to the flow. I love the fact that he personalized it. He started with a story about himself, but in a way, his message was targeting all of us because we're in this club together. So I think, he managed to motivate all of us. I think all of us, we were able to reflect and we feel connected to the same situation in terms of the managing the time. The improvement part, I love that when he engaged Bruce, I think if he would have engaged another more person, it would have been more interactive. I think that would have left the entire speech, but I love it in general overall. Great job. And also
Thank
being
you.
his
Go
own
ahead.
partner, that's a big plus. Yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Juana. Bruce, give quick one improvement, one good thing about Valerie's speech.
Overall, I like the speech. I feel Valerie didn't really have a script for his speech. He just speak off the cuff. That's a great thing, and I've been trying to do that, but I haven't yet. And I like that part. If you say any improvement for speech on the fly, then I think next time you can just write an outline for a story. Then you will have a more coherent flow for your speech, like 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you describe one, just like table topics, right? You have a topic about this, then just speak about it. And after that, you can just go to another line. And I think that will be easy to manage for a long speech. So wonderful. I like your speech. Back to you, Kenneth.
Thank you. Thank you. Overall, we have so many other evaluations also in the chat. So Valerie, you can read those and then understand. I don't know nobody has signed up for table topics evaluation, correct? So let me do a quick table topics evaluation. First of all, kudos to Toastmaster Juana for showing an excellent presentation. I love the photos rather than the content. I love the photos. Very clear, beautiful, and you made me hungry. I told you many times. You asked so many great questions about food. That was fantastic. Really well thought of. I am going to say one of the best sessions we had in Buddies is your session, Juana. Thank you for that. Now let me quickly evaluate the table topic speaker. First, our guest Abhi. I wish I was your neighbor so that I can come to your house and eat lot of suya. Okay, so I was thinking about that that food is very nice. Thank you for that, for sharing suya. I talked about the fermented foods. And then Bruce talked about the environment. Leave alone the food. I want to have the environment. I love the environment, dim light, Western food. And he did not tell whether he went with his spouse or he went with his girlfriend. He did not talk about that. Since it is a romantic thing, I think that it would have been his girlfriend. I'm going to assume that. But it was a great experience. Toastmaster Bruce, it was very nice about that. And next is Valerie. Valerie said, come on, when I'm feeling hungry, I don't care about the food. I need to eat as much as possible because I was feeling hungry. He was sharing a personal story. I really loved that. I really loved the personal story because when you narrate a story, you get the audience involvement, which is very important in table topics. Great job, President Valerie. Amy talked about durian. I think many people talked about durian. I went to a Singapore Toastmasters. There is a Toastmaster Lee is there. She talks about durian every time. And then what is durian? Is all the dishes from different dishes, mix it and make a dish, right? That is one of the very good thing. I love it. I love it. So I know about durian, and I really loved it. The last one is a Hari. Hari talked about home cook, what you can call idiyappam, that is once again steamed food. That is great and fantastic. And I want to pick one person. I want to talk about the table topics presented by our guest, Abby. I cannot believe that this is her first meeting, first table topic session, because she spoke very well. I love that guest. I actually love the involvement of the guest, and the guest also equally participated. And I want to say thanks to Abby. Abby, welcome anyone. I love your speak. Very clearly you spoke and I understood it and I love it. Thank you once again. And that's all I have about the table topics evaluation. And I think evaluation is done. I'm going to call the role players for sharing the report. Let me call Bruce, our grammarian, and as well as our counter. Over to you, Bruce.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator Kenan. And today I noted down some words here. And for Amy, and you use the word of the day, I Toastmaster of the day, and one good word, rotating, I like that. But one mistake in your pronunciation, specific. And another word is mastery. Actually, it's table topics master, not table topics mastery. And you spoke 3 R's in your speech. And for Kenan, in your speech, prepared speech, you had the word of the day once, and one good word, applicable, and 2 R's in speech. In Valerie's speech, you use the word like shocking and word by word. And I found some filler words in your speech. You used the 2 R repetitions, especially you mentioned what is the problem? What do you think about? Maybe next time when you try to start your sentence, you can just pause a little, then think well, then go. Then I think you will not have a lot of filler words at the beginning of a sentence. For Juana, you use the word of the day twice, and some good ones, fermented foods, cafeteria, run out of time, personalize, uplift. I like that one. And I only found one filler word in speech, 1 R. Abby, I found 3 R's in speech, 2 repetitions. Especially you say, I know, I like it every time. For Kenan, in your table topics, for that matter, I like that one, and I'm a fan of I'm a fan of eating something. I like that. For Valerie, you use the word of the day in table topics and a moment of truth. Even though it's a not new word or collocation, I still want you to know that this is very important in Toastmasters. This is where we can all learn from each other. We know where we are going. We should be going. And one word, appreciate. I like that. And filler word, when you had one R and one and two you knows. Amy, you had 4 R's in your table topics question, and you had one you know, and you had one reputation. It can be. Harry, and I found you had some filler words in speech, especially R. And when you try to speak, you tend to speak R first, then continue with the sentence. Next time, how about you also make a pause and have a deep breath, then okay, just try and go to speak. For Kana, in your general evaluation, you used the word of the day once and 3 R's. Other than that, well done, everyone. Back to you, Kenneth.
Thank you, Grammarian Bruce. Thank you for that. I love your really evaluation. I'm not watching that close. I can understand that you watch very closely and provide improvements. Fantastic job. Thank you. Next, I'm going to call our President Valerie to share the timing, please.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator Cannon. And today we have done really well on timing. And to be more specific, I will be sharing my report just in a second when I find this magical button that is called Share Your Screen. And it goes right away over here. And you can see I marked those times that either went over the time or a little bit before the limit, or how to say, the minimal requirements. And we see that everyone been within required time. We had me, who was given a prepared speech. I went over 7:30, so this means I went. My speech is disqualified. And AB's speech was just a little bit too short. So for next time, AB try to reach at least 1 minute mark. And it's not a problem when you speak for the first time. And for the first time, it's really hard to find all these words that you want to express in your first speech. So don't worry, take it as a small notification about the idea, and think about talking about minute for the next time. Take a small step to a bigger goal. So don't run too fast. It's not going to take you too long. So small step at a time. And for the rest of evaluators, we were in the time frame. With that, I will give back the microphone to General Evaluator Cannon. Thank you.
Thank you, Timer Valerie. Appreciate your sharing of all the timing. Thank you. I think that I have covered everyone. I did not miss anyone. So I am going to provide my evaluation, quick evaluation of the meeting. First of all, we started on time. One thing we need to improve, even though I have been telling, and we are all trying. Okay, I urge every Toastmaster to take the role earlier. Go to the website, sign up for the role, which is very important, which will take the pressure out of the Toastmaster and the president to allocate the roles at the last minute. Generally, what happens is you need to take the role before, and you need to get trained. If you are an evaluator, you need to make sure you understand what you are going to evaluate, understand the speaker's project, etc. But we don't do that. That is the one thing where Bruce, where our buddies needs to improve. But I am not blaming any individual. We all the members needs to be blamed, because we need to go to the website and we need to take the role. As a collective ownership is required for that. I think our Toastmaster of the day, Amy, did an excellent thing by showing the agenda, showing what is going to happen, so that the guest also can see what is going to happen today. And so no surprises. That was fantastic job, Amy. I love your introduction, your theme of the meeting. That is also very good. And then we started with the prepared speeches. We had two speakers, both went very well. And I want to congratulate President Valerie for doing an impromptu speech. This is the way to start, right? Without preparation, try to speak and try to speak cohesively, which you have done a great job. I think that's how you started improving, right? You need to improve yourself continuously. So that is a great job. I really appreciate. Second, I am going to the table topic session. Kudos to the table topic master. Once again, I already evaluated the table topic session, but I love that. I love the pictures and I love the questions. Really, the questions were different. It is not the same questions. And that questions made me hungry. Fantastic job, table topics. One of the greatest session. I would say that one of the lovely sessions that I have. I think I have been member for a long time. One of the best session, I would say. And I think that we have completed everything. The evaluators are good. And thank you very much. And I think that's all I have. And I'm going to yield the lectern back to our president so that he can announce the appropriate awards. Thank you.
Thank you, General Moderator. And I quickly pass the microphone to Toastmaster of the Day.
Okay, thank you. The evaluations from Mr. Kanan. So I think this part is very valuable for this meeting. We can get immediate feedback. We get sincere feedback from our experienced and senior Toastmasters. So I think this part is very helpful for us to improve little by little. Before we go to the next part, closing, let me just release the best meeting facilitator poll. Okay. Please just vote the best facilitator. Okay, so during your vote, let me just invite our President Valerie to have the closing speech, closing mark. Okay, Valerie.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you for a great topic today, and huge kudos for holding the whole. You have the topic that you started in the beginning of Toastmasters year, and you continue with a small, nested down, if we can say that. Thank you so much for doing this story. It's really interesting to hear about different cultures and food. Unfortunately, not something that I can appreciate as many other people, but it's always good, especially when you have too many options. All right, let's ask AB, who has been awake really early in the morning, how you feel, how you like our meeting. Abi, can you hear us? You're on mute.
Hari?
Abi.
Right. Yes. I really enjoyed the session today. I feel like if I'm able to take the parts each person took, then I would have really improved as a speaker. like listening to everyone speak, listening to I enjoyed the table topic session a lot. I enjoyed listening to all the speakers, Valerie and Kanan. I think Bruce is really great at listening to be able to evaluate in the wonderful way that it did. And this is a great challenge for me, and I look forward to taking up this challenge. And I also look forward to joining the next session. Yeah, so it's been a great meeting. I love it.
Thank you, Abir. Thank you. It was lovely having you, and thank you for participating in Table Topics. It was really interesting to hear about your story, and you've done a great job. It's really challenging, and I'm really excited to see how you managed to do that. And as I mentioned in the chat, in my case, it was 30 seconds and 10 seconds of ums and ums in my first Table Topic speech. So well done, well done. Dear buddies, we are reaching the end of the meeting, and the one thing that I have left is to announce our best facilitators and best table topic speakers. And as the best table topic speaker of this meeting, we have chosen together Kanan for his table topic speech. Congratulations, Kanan. As the best facilitator of this meeting, we have chosen our table topic master, Juana. Thank you for your great questions. It was lovely table topic session. And thank you to every one of you who joined us today on this Saturday and shared experience, stories, and helped us to improve. With that, I would like to close our meeting and ask Amy to stop the recording.